What's up guys, EMT Gary here again with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a video on kind of like a car emergency kit, kind of what I keep in my car, but on a budget kind of a way. This is my second car that I use for commuting. My other car is a truck and I have a lot more gear in there, but this kit I kept in the mind of on a budget and like stuff that I didn't want to have to buy extra and stuff like that, or I just throw together with stuff I had around the house, and something that any one of you guys could probably put together for pretty cheap. I really don't know what the price I put into it, but most of the stuff I had lying around or I got for very cheap. So I'm gonna go over what I have in the car. This car is a Nissan Rogue. It's a crossover vehicle. This is the car I usually take for when I go up to the snow or on long road trips or something like that. So a lot of the stuff is geared towards that. So I'll go over what I got in the car, and yeah, we'll have some fun here, I guess. I'll start off with what I have in the front of the car. This is the back of the car, in the trunk area, but in the front of the car I usually keep it's the stuff I can use so I don't have to come back into the car or the back of the car. So what I got is just a knife, like any basic knife. I'm sure you can get these for like cheap, $4 or something like that, for like a cheapy pocket knife. I usually carry one. This is kind of like similar to my EDC knife that I use for work and stuff, but I wanted to have one in the car just in case I don't have one on me usually if I go to the gym or something like that, and I don't always carry a knife with me when I go to the gym, so I have that in the car just in case. Again, a USB 12-volt cigarette lighter, always very important to have. You can charge, and I got cords in the car for my phones and stuff, so always nice to have that. A basic kind of flashlight. Any flashlight will do. I bought a 4-pack of these and I put them in like every kind of bag and truck I have or car I have. So basic flashlight, comes with batteries, and I got spares in my bag, which is over here. I also got some spare fuses. I picked these up from a junkyard actually. I just pocketed them, to be honest, but some fuses to replace if something goes out. Always nice to have those. Like a pen. I got like a pen here, a pen, maybe something to write on in there. I didn't bring the pad out, but good to like write down information if you like need to write down directions or something like that. Always good to have inside the front. And this I just put in, I actually got this like at a garage sale for really cheap. It's a 12-volt power inverter. I tried it. It could charge my laptop. It's pretty cool, so I keep that in the front if I ever need to do that. Cool part about this Rogue, and I'm sure most other cars have, is they got like a secret compartment under here. So I'm going to go through what's in there. A lot of just emergency supplies. I got some oil, oil that the car uses. A small toolkit. I bought this thing for like $7. It's got basic tools in there. Some Allen keys, some sockets and stuff. Not the best kind of tool set, but this is a fairly new car. I'm not really going to be doing a lot of work on it, I hope. So, and then I got the tools that are for the jack and the spare tire in there already under this. So, got that. I got some tie-down straps. I think these came with the car. So I got 2 of those. Really don't have anything to tie down unless it's on the top of the car. The car does have roof racks on it, so I guess if I ever need to tie something down or something in the back that's flopping around, I got those just in case. Some jumper cables. Always, I think every car should carry jumper cables. And then this is just some foldable 3-piece seat that was just had lying around the house. And I decided to put this axe in here. I just actually had an extra one, and this is an axe I can cut stuff with, or hammer stuff with. I really wanted to put like a utility tool in, but of course this is on a budget and I didn't want to do that, and I already got one in my truck, so I didn't want to have to buy another one, so I just used this cheapy axe. You could probably pick this up really cheap somewhere, but yeah, I got that in there for my emergency tools as well. And then this is just some bag I got for free. If we ever go shopping, you don't in California you got to pay for plastic bags now, so always nice to have an extra bag in there. And then it hides away pretty nice and you can't even see it. So next is this little, I don't know what you call this, pack thing here where I keep covered so you can't really look into the car and see what's in it. But I got a blanket here, a fleece blanket. Anybody, I'm sure you got extra ones, or you can. I got this one for free at a baseball game, so for going to the game. So I keep that covering all my stuff here. Move this up a bit. In here I got my kind of like my emergency bag. I'm not, it's kind of like a bug out bag, I guess, but I got that in there. I got some hand wipes. I got these for probably at a hospital. I just took them, and yeah, so those are for free. But any kind of wet ones or something you could probably buy at a dollar store, same kind of thing. Beat up box of tissue. Got some inside the car, but that was just already here. Some gardening shovel. Any kind of entrenching tool would work pretty well, but I just happen to have a gardening shovel at home, so I decided to just put it in here. But it's good for if you need to dig out your car or something. Yeah, I don't really know what else you would use it for. I take this car to the snow, and I guess if you needed to dig yourself out of the snow, it's better than using your hands. You have a tiny little shovel. Some utility gloves, or whatever, work kind of gloves. Better than having nothing to, or just working with your hands instead. An umbrella. I got a bunch of these, so I'm sure you could spare an umbrella and put it in the car. You never know when you need one. And then I got snow chains in here. Even though this car is all-wheel drive, I got snow chains for it just in case. So just 2 of them in there, and I keep those in there all the time, so I don't have to keep them in the garage or anything. It doesn't take much room up. And then I got my little bag right here. I'll pull that out right now. Alright, so this is like my emergency bag. Sorry if the light's kind of not that great. It is a black car. I'm inside the garage, but this is just a generic, like, kind of like a tactical bag, I guess. I picked this up for $20. Really cheap at a Big 5. Actually, this bag is cheaper than like most school backpacks. I found like they got their JanSport school backpacks there, and they're like $50. So this was a way better choice, and it holds quite a lot compared to like some of the other bags that are a lot smaller. So on the outside here, on the molly, I got a Sharpie and 2 pens, just because I could put them there. A little carabiner. I got a bunch of these. You don't really have to put that in there, but it's nice because I got a bunch of them. On the side here, got an aluminum water bottle filled with water. Road flare, since this is like my bug out kind of emergency bag. And then this is kind of cool. I bought this for $9 or something. It's a huge ass knife. I just wanted some sort of knife to keep in this bag, and this happened to be the cheapest one. I got this at Harbor Freight. Surprisingly, like, this is my hand here, and it's pretty damn big, but it's actually pretty sharp, pretty well made, surprisingly. Yeah, I just wanted some sort of knife, and it's got a removable top here that has matches, a compass, stuff like that you could keep in here. A lot of room. But I just wanted something to keep on the bag instead of just using a folding knife. I have this gigantic survival knife now. Not necessarily needed, but again, I wanted to keep the price down. And instead of paying $10 for a pocket knife, I paid $8 for this huge knife that probably is not that great, but who knows. And it's on the side right here. Alright, so this backpack, again, sorry I got cut off. In this backpack I got 2 sections, a big one and a small one. I'll go for the small one real quick. In here I got bungee cord. It's got a variety of uses, of course, but I'm sure you guys could probably scrounge around and find a bungee or buy a pack of them for pretty cheap and put them all in your cars and bags. So I got that in there. 5-hour energy. I figured I got one inside the dash or the glove box as well, but these are good for when you're driving long distances and you need to keep up and wake up so you don't fall asleep on the wheel. So I have that in there. I got batteries, and which is for my flashlight, which is in there. Got that in a little plastic bag. Some medical tape. I got a bunch of this, so I threw that in there, of course. Paracord. Paracord is good for a lot of variety of uses, tying stuff down. And I bought a pretty big roll of it, and then I just made a little spool out of cardboard, so I got that in there. I got a little pill bottle full of quarters. These are good for paying for meters and stuff like that. I got another one inside the car, of course, for whatever reason, or for paying for meters or parking or whatever you need to do. So I got that, an extra set in there. I also got a whistle. I found this actually, but whistle's good for signaling and stuff like that. And it doesn't take much room in here, so I have that in there. This I thought it was kind of funny to put in. It's like a little telescope kind of thing. Instead of putting binoculars in, I had this little kid's telescope I actually found in my old toys. But some sort of binoculars or something would be good to have, you know, if you need to look for far away and you don't want to get close. Or you can just buy a set of binoculars and break them in half and put them in one here and put them in somewhere another car or something. So I got that in there. Headphones, why not? If you need to listen to something and don't want to play it out loud, or if you're like hiking out or something. So I got that in there. Giant rubber band I just found. Some sort of twine I have here. It's just some basic cordage. If I don't want to use the paracord for any reason, I have extra of this, or just if I don't want to waste the paracord, I have this just to tie something down. Zip ties are always important to have, so I got a set of zip ties in here. I have a whole bag of them, and I'm sure they're pretty cheap to get, and you can spare a few to put in this bag. I got a plastic fork and knife. Instead of getting those fancy camping ones, just go to your store or like a restaurant or something and put them in here. Why not? That was just a tiny little flashlight, but got some sunblock in here, and I think that's it right there. Yeah. In the bigger portion right here, I got a tiny little first aid kit that just has the band-aids and stuff in it. Maybe like a couple little tiny pieces of gauze. This is my like fire starting kind of kit. Got a lighter in here, some dryer lint, matches, some more tiny zip ties, and then I got lip balm in here, which is good for yourself or for if you need to light something on fire as well. So you got that in there. I do want to put a bigger roll of duct tape in here, but I just got a little smashed down piece of duct tape here. I want to get like a big roll, but you know, I'm sure you can spare or buy a $1 thing of duct tape. And the bigger portion, this is where I got most of my stuff. Again, I want to actually point out that I'm missing a few things that I haven't got the chance to put in here yet. I'll mention what I wanted to put in here a little later, but for now, this is what I have in it right now. So in the bigger portion, I got 2 rags. I got like an oil rag kind of a thing, and then a bandana. These have a variety of uses, of course. I got an old camping mug. You can heat this up or whatever, and it's good for holding water, I guess, or whatever you need to put in here. Again, then I have here I got a mosquito net. This is for your face. I've actually got like 2 or 3 of these from the package, and I decided to just put one in here. Probably don't really need it, but I have it in here. Just it doesn't take much room. I can fit it in this little cup, and yeah, I just thought I'd put it in there. Again, this bag is kind of like a emergency car kit kind of a thing, kind of like a Bugout bag, but mostly I just wanted to throw my old stuff in here so I don't have to keep it in the house. And yeah, and I didn't really pay too much to put stuff in here. Got some multi-purpose gloves in here. I have some in the car, as I showed earlier, but I wanted to keep some inside the bag, so I got some kind of like work gloves in there. Here's my flashlight. This is, I don't really know, I think it's an Energizer. It's kind of a twist one, so you just twist it and it goes. And I got extra batteries in the front and right here, but it's a pretty nice flashlight. I wanted some sort of flashlight in here, and I got one already inside the glove box. Emergency blanket, kind of the, what do you call these, Mylar ones, and a signaling mirror. Let's see what else we got here. I got a bunch of these at like a fair or some contest or something. But this is just a compressed bottle. I just wanted something that I could store more water in, even though I already got the water bottle on the side. I wanted something else to hold more water, so I got that. And it doesn't take much room. If you don't have one of those, I'm sure you could just get like an old plastic bottle and smash it down. Some sort of food, so I got beef jerky in here, something to snack on. I do want to put some more food in here, but I don't want to keep the weight down here, so maybe like some sort of camping food or something would be good in there. That's probably almost expired anyways. Another tiny flat box of tissues. I got this at a hotel or something. This happened to just be in the car. I decided to throw it in here, so I got that. I like this thing. It says just a bag of clothes. I think it's very important to keep a spare set of clothes, so in here I got shirt, socks, underwear, and a folded down poncho, kind of nice rain jacket. I got a It was an old one, so I decided to just throw it in here. Again, it's a good way to get rid of old clothes. You just throw it in your emergency bag, I guess. But yeah, I wanted something to keep, because again, I take this car on road trips and stuff like that, and if I happen to get wet or something like that, it's always nice to have an extra set of clothes. And yeah. And then I got on the side here a rolled up trash bag. If you buy a big box of trash bags, I'm sure you could spare one and put it in the bag. This is good. You can make a tarp out of it. You could make a makeshift poncho out of it, or you can hold stuff in it. So I got that in there, covered with 2 rubber bands. And then this is my medical kit. Again, you could buy like a medical kit, but this is one I just made from all old medical supplies I had around from my work. So I got a full multi-trauma dressing, kind of like a domino pad thing. So I got one of those in there. And then this bag I got for probably, I forgot, at the doctor's office or something like that, for a procedure I had. So I decided to just reuse it. So in here I got, you can probably buy one of these, but it just has medicine, some tweezers, some more band-aids and stuff. It's a tinier first aid kit, so I got that in there. I got 2 combine pads. Again, this whole kit I got for free, but again, you could probably buy this for cheap, or make it out of stuff you find. So I got 2 combine pads. This is probably from a hotel. It's got some Q-tips and tongue depressor kind of nail filer thing, and some cotton balls. Yeah, I got that in there. Like a surgical mask, got that in there. You get these anywhere. These, I don't have any like sort of quick clot or anything like that, but I do have a bunch of these roller gauzes. You can pack wounds with this, you can wrap wounds with this. So if you're trying to keep the price down of your medical kit, and you don't want to buy quick clot, you can always just get these. You can buy a whole box full of these, probably pretty cheap. So I got that in there. I always like triangular bandages. They're good for slings and stuff, but more importantly, if you don't want to buy like a cat tourniquet or something like that, or a SWAT tourniquet or whatever they're called, a triangular bandage. You can make a tourniquet out of a triangular bandage. Just all you need is a pen or some sort of stick. And I got pens in this car, and then probably you can find a stick on the road. So I got that in there instead of a tourniquet. Cheap alternative. Small thing of Advil. I just happen to have this. Gloves. I'm sure these are real cheap gloves I just got at the hospital or my work, whatever. An ace bandage, good for wrapping stuff. If you get a little sprain on your ankle or something, or you could, I'm sure you could probably make a tourniquet out of this too. But yeah, ace bandage, I have that. And then I got a variety of gauzes, so 2x2s, all sterile, 3x3s, and 4x4s in my med kit. And then the other piece has the band-aids and stuff like that. So this thing has the small band-aids, like knuckle bandages and stuff like that. So I got that in there. And that's pretty much my my kit for my entire car. I'm gonna have some fun putting all this back. But again, this was more of on a budget kind of a thing. I didn't spend very much money on it. Probably less, around $50 probably, including the bag and stuff I just had around the house. But it's the kind of a fun project to just throw stuff around what you have around the house and make it into an emergency kit. And when you find out you're missing, buy it as cheap as you can. And yeah, so there's my budget kind of emergency kit. I'm gonna probably do another video on my actual more bigger emergency kit bag, as well as a bigger med kit I have as well. So hope you enjoyed, and leave some comments and stuff like that of what I could add, what I shouldn't have in here, I should take out. Any constructive criticism is always nice. Just keep it nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.